Not up my skirt. Gotta sit like a lady. Okay. Oh my god. Hi. I wanted to do a cute intro, me making my diet cocaine, but I don't know if that gave the effect I really wanted. Hi everyone. Hi guys, I love you. Welcome back to the pod. I want to try talking with the microphone right in my face today to really get the podcast sound effect. So yeah, we've resituated. We're more grouped in, very close, very huddled. It feels more intimate. How are you guys? You're good? Nothing new? That girl at work still giving you trouble? Okay, let me know. I can take care of it. Let me know. I hope you guys all had an amazing week. We're back once again. It's Not That Serious Weekly with me, Andrea. Or Drea. We're just here to talk about fun stuff only. Celebrities, gossip, you know, maybe a little fashion in the mix, and have a little bevy together. So we've got our diet cocaine. I like it. It's sweet. We'll see how my body reacts to this, because honestly, myself and champagne don't get along. It makes my face very hot and my ears hot. That's how actually we all should detect that we're having a bad reaction to alcohol. Is that your face and your ears get very hot. But I like the taste of it. It's cute. And if you know me, you know I'm a Diet Coke girl. I'm a hardcore Diet Coke Zero. Actually, Coke Zero. I fucking ride hard for Coke Zero. It's my little pick-me-up middle of the day. Coke Zero girls know. Coke Zero girls know. Should we do a little fashions before we get into this? I'm gonna be retracting this. Oh! Please don't fall. We're having movements today. You know what my goal is for this podcast? Is to eventually have a side table that I can put the drink on top of more comfortably. That's really my only goal for this podcast, is just to have a side table. Okay, so for the fashions. Today I'm wearing, this is like a little vintage t-shirt from the Goosewheel or Salvation Army, whichever. I know one of them is problematic now, so I don't know from where. Not the problematic one. I think it's from the brand Anvil. It's like a youth t-shirt, like a little boy's t-shirt. This skirt, it's like a little wrap situation. I don't want to flash you. Ooh. It goes, I had it altered, so it kind of hits like mid-calf. We're going to have issues. This drink's going to give us issues. It hits like mid-calf. It's Jonathan Simkai. I've had it for years. I've probably worn it like once or twice. To be honest, skirts and dresses, not my thing. I need mobility with my bottom wear, and for me to not feel like I'm ever flashing anyone. I'm very modest. I'm very, very modest. For my shoes, the penny loafers. I've got my little penny loafers and some little socks. Ooh, secured. And I like doing this podcast because I am just wearing things that I've had in my closet for years and never worn. doing my hair and hairstyles that I really can't do in my real life. Because, you know, honestly, my hair just weighs too much to keep it like this all day. So, like, maybe for an hour, and then I can take it down. But longer than that is really pushing it. Because do you guys get those like hair headaches? I get those like hardcore hair headaches. It's like every time I see like Ariana Grande with her fucking little ponytail. It's not a little ponytail. That's a serious ponytail. I'm like, I know she's in pain. I wonder if she gets like lidocaine shots. Like, I don't know how people withstand like a ponytail on the top of their head for that long. That shit would put me in a bad mood. That's how you know she's a performer, because that would put me in a really bad fucking mood. Oh, I'm a lady. I won't burp. Oh, all right. You know, there are some things, my like little creature comforts that I do that just kind of like makes me feel good. I do it like, I'm definitely a TV show repeater. I could watch Sex and the City over and over. I know that people are kind of split down the middle about this, but I've seen The Office more times than I'd like to admit. I'm heavy into sex and Law and Order. SVU, Sexy Victims Unit. Special Victims Unit. They're sexy. And something I started doing during like the pandemic and quarantine was I watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills from the beginning like up to the present. So I had so much fun doing that. So I decided the other day on my day off, I wanted to do that with Real Housewives of Atlanta. I was really torn between New York and Atlanta, but I really wanted to really dive deep in Atlanta. I feel like there's like, it's the zeitgeist. There's so many strong, amazing personalities on that franchise that have really shaped pop culture for us. If you don't agree, I'm so sorry. Leave. But it helps me always get like a really like a better, more full understanding of people's like origin stories. So right now I've like just come into the middle of season 4. They're in South Africa right now. And now, because that's like what I'm currently watching and the only thing I'm watching, it's all I talk to about people. Like, it's all I talk to with people lately. And people are like, bitch, are you okay? That was so long ago. I'm fine. Why are you not okay? You're not okay because you're not watching Real Housewives season 4 up to present. We need something to talk about. I'm like, I'll constantly referencing things. There's someone I work with that's heavy into Housewives too. And I'm like, do you remember in this, when this and this and this? And she's like, girl, that's so long ago. I'm like, get on my level. Because we're going back to the beginning. But anyways, when I talk to people about the cast and my thoughts, feelings, and opinions, it's really made me realize how much people don't really understand the like actual background of the people that are on Real Housewives. And like they mostly attribute, I guess because Real Housewives has been such like a smash hit, they attribute most of their success to like being on Housewives, and they don't realize that like they all had like a lot of them, or a few of them, had careers before Housewives. Oi, I'm so sorry. I don't know if this drink is gonna work for talking. So anyways, people don't really give Kandi Burruss the respect that she deserves. And every time I bring her up to people, they really have no clue what she's contributed to the world professionally, besides being on, like, before she was ever on Housewives. So anyways, if I had to estimate in my expert opinion, I would say that Kandi is probably one of like the wealthiest wives from all the franchises. I think that she's very good with her money. I think that she like is an astute businesswoman. You can tell she like has a lot of different investments going on. And then she has like publishing checks and like royalty checks from her works over the years, which I know make a fucking killing. And I don't know, I'm shocked because I've brought it up to like 5 different people and they don't know her resume. So I wanted to spend the first half of this show, my show, where I can dictate what we talk about, to give Kandi Burruss her flowers and put some respect on her name. And we're going to go over every hit she's written over the years. Okay. So I'm going to start off in the present, in a way. So she has writing credits on The Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. And it's because it's an interpolation of No Scrubs, which Kandi wrote. Kandi Burruss wrote No Scrubs by TLC. All right, but let's put some fucking respect on her name. She also has the same situation writing credits on Break Up With Your Girlfriend Because I'm Bored by Ariana Grande. Full circle, we're bringing the ponytail back. And that's because it's an interpolation of NSYNC's It Makes Me Ill. And it's weird because I didn't hear it at first, but when you play the Break Up With Your Girlfriend next to NSYNC It Makes Me Ill, make me it's the same. So if you don't know what an interpolation is, it's also called a replayed sample. I got this from the internet. Very studious. It refers to using the melody or portions of a melody, often modified with the lyric. Let's start that over. An interpolation, also called a replayed sample, refers to using a melody or portions of a melody, often with modified lyrics from a previously recorded song, but re-recording the melody instead of sampling it. So those are 2 examples of interpolations. And just a side note, this is another genre of celebrity culture and weird factoids that I love. I fucking love. Anything about interpolations is like one of my most favorite things ever. Like comparing songs and the lawsuits. Ooh, the drama. And aside from that, which also kind of goes with what we're talking about, I love seeing who wrote the lyrics of songs. I always put, like, when I listen to music, and probably not safe in the car, but from my phone I put the lyrics, you know, in like Apple Music you can put the lyrics, and then I scroll all the way to the bottom and I see who wrote the song. And that's how I found out Tory Lanez has a writing credit on Un Día con Dua Lipa y Mira Balboni, claro, y J Balvin. And Drake co-wrote I'm Ready. If you ask me, I'm ready, with Alicia Keys. And actually, if you listen to that song with headphones on, like very loud, you can kind of hear him. He sings some background tracks on that song. Anyways, that's one of my favorite things ever. I think it's so cool and interesting. Because honestly, that's where the money is and the genius is. Because anyone can sing a hit song, but not everyone can write a hit song. Period. All right, moving on. Kandi also wrote Bills, Bills, Bills and Bugaboo from Destiny's Child's 1999 album, The Writing's on the Wall. That's crazy, bitch. And then this is a throwback. Raise your hand if you remember this one. There You Go from when Pink was an R&B singer. That's from 1999 as well. Kandi was very busy in 1999. No Scrubs was from 1999 as well. And if you remember when Pink was an R&B, like hip hop girl, you're old. Girl, you're old. I watched the video the other day for like There You Go, because I just wanted to be like reminded of the song. These young people, they should be watching There You Go by Pink for fashion references. She was giving in that video. She's wearing like a duster coat, like a yellow furry duster coat with like a fitted tank. And her body, she's always been ripped. But I don't know. I also read that Pink doesn't perform her R&B songs live anymore. Can someone please confirm that? I would love to know that. Didn't she have a residency in Vegas? I feel like you make a lot of money doing residencies in Vegas. But yeah, if that's true that she doesn't, like Pink doesn't perform her R&B songs anymore, that's a damn fucking shame. There you go, looking pitiful. There you go. That song rips. I gotta download that. After I get off here, I'm gonna download it. Everyone should download it. Anyways, in conclusion, Kandi Burruss is rich, and I think that she deserves it. Oh, I'm gonna get another sip. Oh, I grabbed that very quickly. This is actually with Prosecco. Can't lie to you guys. I did it with Prosecco because I have a bottle of Veuve in my garage fridge. Yes, that's the most adult thing you can do is have 2 refrigerators in your house. A garage fridge is very adult. But anyways, it was given to Enrique and I believe when we got engaged, or maybe my birthday, but I'm like, let me save it for like an actual special occasion and not drinking Diet Cocaine via Tom Hanks. So anyways, I went to Publix and they only had they actually, it's very hard to find champagne in the store because I think most people just think that Prosecco and champagne are like the same. And I looked it up. There is a difference. Prosecco is sparkling wine. So I wanted to get a split, which is like the half bottle, because I wasn't going to drink a whole bottle by myself. Enrique's not a huge champagne person. And I didn't want the rest to go to waste. So the only splits they had were like Prosecco. So I got the Mio Neto Prosecco. So I feel like it's giving it a sweeter taste than probably it's supposed to, because champagne's a bit more dry. But once I get my hands on either someone that will drink this with me, a live human for me to hang out with, or I just kissed the mic, or a split of champagne, I guess I'll do it properly. But for now, I like it. She's good. I'm sure it's not the proper vehicle, but it's fine. It's fine for now. Let's get a refill. I'll meet you back here shortly. This is the prime example why I need a side table. You saw that whole production. I had to get up and do all that. I could have, if I had a side table, I could have just done it right there. But I'm Miss Budget, and I have my eye on a specific one from Etsy, and I've been tracking the price. It did go up. It went up slightly, so I'm waiting for a little sale, because I told you I'm not buying anything full price, including home goods, homewares, and I've been a little Miss Budget lately because, girl, we gotta pay for this wedding. We gotta pay for this wedding in cash. I don't like carrying big debt, so that means paying exorbitant amounts of cash in large chunks. All right, moving on. While we're in the realm of music, I literally can't stop listening to Uchi's new song, I Wish You Roses. If you haven't listened to that song yet, please stop everything. Stop. Pause. It's the best song ever. I'm addicted to it. Sorry. All right. It's the first single released from her upcoming album, Red Moon and Venus. Red Moon and Venus. I think the release date is in March. So In an interview, Kandi said, "This song is about being able to release people with love. It could be a friend, a lover, or someone else. But the point is to celebrate releasing people from your life without being resentful or bitter." I love that message. That's what she said. And I also love that message, girl. I'm going to start saying that to people. It'll be like the new bless your heart. Like, I wish you roses, baby. Like, imagine if someone's like being fucking rude to you when you're like out somewhere or you're at work. Like, when you're saying bye to a client. Like, bye-bye. Wish you roses. Wish you roses. I wanted it to be the first. Oh my god, this is giving unhinged. I wanted it to be the first dance at my wedding, but it obviously didn't fit the genre. But I just think it's beautiful and. Ooh, not be without you. Girl, it's like heavenly, otherworldly, enchanting, mystical. I fucking love that song. I love La Caliuchis. She's Colombian. She's from Pereira. Like my abuelo. Rest in peace. So yeah. Go listen to I Wish You Roses by Caliuchis now. It's not a ad. I'm asking you for a favor. All right. Breaking news from like yesterday. All right. It seems like Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde have reconciled for the public to see. And I say that very specifically. So if you're heavy into celebrity paparazzi picture, conspiracy, allegedly theories, you'll know all the like heavy hitters. And you know that there are certain companies that are pretty well known for being hired by celebrities to like show up to take pictures. In Backgrid, the company is a big one. So like they also edit the photos for celebrities and they'll like only publish the ones that like celebrities approve. Basically, you'll see a lot of pictures like paparazzi, candid pictures from the Kardashians typically are taken by Backgrid. Just like look for like the little watermark. I'm so sorry. So my very, very cynical gut says that I think that they arranged the photo op. So like a day or so ago, Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde were like seen outside of one of their houses in LA, like seemingly having like a pleasant exchange, and like they hugged in the end. They were kind of like haha laughing, like, and they're in perfect view of a camera, and like it's just the pictures are flattering, and so. And, like, their positioning, I don't know. Everything about it, to me, is just, like, giving staged. And honestly, I think it's just, like, to push some, like, good press. Because the last year for them has been, honestly brutal. If you've been following their whole, like, weird... I mean, they've been separated for a long time. They never got married. But they've been separated since, like, 2020. But it's just kind of gotten, like... more toxic as time has gone on. So I think both of them have had their public personas damaged. And in my opinion, Olivia has really been getting the brunt of the abuse since she like publicly started dating Harry Styles. And I think that people like tend to villainize women, just in general, but specifically it gets kind of like personified when they become the object of attention for like a really famous love interest, right? So when she started dating Harry Styles, he's like one of the most like girl, I don't get it, but I'm just reporting back to you, one of the most lusted after like celebrity men. And like I think what added to the whole like negative like lens was that she's also like 10 years his senior, which is like, you go girl. I've said this before, I'll say it again till the day I die. Could not be fucking me. Dating a younger man could not be fucking me. I have to like break this up because me reading's not too good. And I wrote a big long paragraph without any separation. So I'm like, let's break that up. So anyways, Olivia, I'm going to go through their timeline for those who don't know. Olivia and Jason were first linked together in 2011. They met at like an SNL after party, which also, girl, I heard those go to like 6 a.m. That's where Ariana and Pete met. And apparently they get real wild. So they eventually got engaged in 2013. They have 2 kids together, but a lot of their trouble started back in November 2020 when they first broke up. So when they first broke up, it seemed amicable, not a big deal, right? Olivia started dating Harry Styles in January 2021. So not that long after, from November to January. And then things kind of calmed down, or like seemed kind of calm. Jason had made a couple like weird public, it seems more like he was feeding weird lines to a third party, and they were saying like a close source, like the close source situation. He was like, a close source says that Jason is kind of letting Olivia do her thing and hoping she'll get it out of her system and come back when she's ready. Like, ew, bro. Ew, that's weird. Like, if it's done, it's done. Like, let her come back when she's done. Shut the hell up. Nasty. I had a boyfriend say that to me once. Like, I'll let you do your thing for a year, and then, like, I'll come back for you when you're done. I used to have nightmares, even, like, years after fucking PTSD, that he was like, that's it. It would be, like, 2 years later. That's it. Time to go. I'm here to get you. Deadass, I would have fucking nightmares that he, like, would come to, like, take me away from my life. That's not needing therapy, babe. So anyways, so things seemed calm up until May of 2022 when Jason served Olivia during the middle of a speaking event for her movie that she directed, Don't Worry Darling. And apparently the couple at the time was having a dispute over custody. I think they were like disputing over like what city the kids would go to school in. So all during this time as well, Olivia has just been getting like terrible press. Like, not only was she getting terrible press from like her dating Harry, but also that's when all the like really crazy stories were starting to come out about like the Don't Worry Darling drama. And that could get its own segment all on its own, because it's just, girl, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right. So then in 2022, one of their former nannies went to the press with like behind the scenes stories, including like their terrible fighting, Jason violently crying over finding texts between Harry and Olivia, him like then lying on the ground under the tires of Olivia's car to like prevent her from leaving the house. Ugh. And then that infamous meltdown he had over Olivia preparing their special dressing for the salad for Harry Styles, which FYI, I don't know if you guys all knew this. It was literally just like a really simple vinaigrette, like just some like olive oil vinegar and like maybe some Dijon mustard, salt and pepper, like. We don't need all that momentum for a vinaigrette. All right. It did seem like the nanny situation of it all and her leaking all these stories seemed to kind of like squash their issues, like the issues between Jason and Olivia for a little bit of time. Or, I mean, I guess up until this point. Between the two, squash the issues between the two, because the nanny situation did seem to squash the issues between Jason and Olivia, because eventually the two of them did put out a joint statement discrediting the nanny and claiming she was like just a disgruntled employee. I think like she was claiming they didn't pay her. Like, people, this is why you need to pay your fucking employees, so like all the tea doesn't leak. I don't know. I feel inclined to believe the nanny. The toxic side of me feels inclined to believe the nanny. So anyways, that kind of brings us up to the present. So Harry was photogged earlier this week with his high school girlfriend, and that kind of seemingly confirmed his and Olivia's breakup, which people had been talking about since the premiere, and like I think they were at Cannes Film Festival, where they like wouldn't acknowledge each other physically or like touch each other. Like it was just like weird vibes between the two of them. And then ever since then, there's definitely been like a lot of discourse that they're not together anymore. So now all these Backgrid pictures of Olivia and Jason together appearing to be amicable pop up, of course, on like Daily Mail and like TMZ, which I'm always skeptical of, especially like positive stories that pop up on TMZ. If you want to know who pays TMZ, Kris Jenner, just follow it back to the OJ case. And that's the truth. So I can imagine the both of them really felt like they needed to like rehab their public image after the edit they've been getting in the press for like the last couple of years, because I don't think like, especially poor Olivia, but like I think Jason was a little bit saved from his that soccer show he does, Ted Lasso show, so everyone just thinks he's like a sweet little sweetheart, but characters are characters and people are people. So I mean, it would be amazing if they have like truly reconciled and have decided like for their kids' well-being that they want to like co-parent, and that's not saying that they haven't actually also done that, in my opinion, allegedly. But I don't think it hurts to like have these images taken of them where they're like looking like they're getting along and things seem to be in a good way. I think they're like they're at a point in their relationship where they wish each other roses. Oh, I don't know. What's your opinion? Do you feel like, I want to hear what you guys have to say. I'm just so skeptical. Like, how convenient that, like, I mean, I've never been to LA. Someone please, like, enlighten me. I can only, like, speak from experience in Miami and seeing, like, paparazzi. Like, anytime you see paparazzi in Miami, truly, it's because they've been called. Like, unless you have a breaking story or a breaking scandal about you, the paparazzi are not following you day and night. Like, paparazzi are not following Olivia Wilde or Jason Sudeikis, like, to their weird neighborhoods and, like, waiting outside and knowing when they're, like, gonna come out to, like, snap perfect pictures and videos. Like, to me, I'm very skeptical of, like, how real the pictures are. And I have heard, like, if you listen to NT Lawyer, he's like the king of like blind items. They have and even there's like that Hollywood Unlocked podcast where the two of them worked for TMZ for years, and now they have Hollywood Unlocked, and they say like there are certain like green zones in LA and like red zones where it's like, okay, we know like we can't photograph people here, or we can. So I don't know, I'm just so skeptical of the whole thing. But anyways, you tell me. Alright, things I'm into this week. Oh, I had a hard time with this one. I try to write these out so I can be kind of thoughtful. What I'm into this week is literally nothing. I've been so stressed out and distracted this week. And I've been like, I don't know. You know what I've been into? Working out and not eating sugar. Eating no sugar. And that's not fun. That's not cool. It's boring. I want to feel good at my wedding. When I look back and be like, big slay. Gigi Hadid, big slay. But anyways, I've been heavy into speculating about Ozempic shots and everyone that's taking them. Ooh, That's probably like my latest hobby at the moment. This past week, speculating. Like every time I see someone, I'm like, I know you're on those shots. Speaking of which, have you guys seen Rita Ora lately? All right. I spent like half of my week stressing about like these separates I bought from Jacquemus. Did you see the Jacquemus show? No. Do you know that? No. It was to die for. No. Bella Hadid. So I bought these like separates from like Net-a-Porter and Essence from Jacquemus. And they're for my engagement photos, and I was been scared all week that they wouldn't match, and guess what? They didn't fucking match, but it's fine. Everything will be fucking fine. We have no other choice but to be fucking fine. The pictures are getting taken, and they'll be great. I can't wait. Can't wait for them. Otherwise, this is breaking. This happened after I wrote the episode. People are really mad at Martha Stewart. She like took this picture of herself like laying in at the hairdresser, and she like went out of her way to be like, I've never had a facelift. This is no filters. And like everyone's like, girl, we know you're lying. They like pointed out her like lip lift scar and her like bleph scar, which is like where they do like an eyelid lift. My poor queen. I love Martha. I love her so much. She's the first actual self-made billionaire female in the US, and an actual one, not a fake one with doctored tax returns. If you know, you know. So you know what? She's 85 years old. 85. She looks fucking fab. She's rich. I love her. Leave her alone. So what if she had a fucking facelift? She's not hurting anyone. Leave her alone. So yeah. That's just me. I'm gonna, hopefully this week after like the engagement pictures are done, I'm feeling like less stressed and more interested in other things. It's really hard doing all this stuff, little podcasts and going to work and planning a wedding. It's a lot of work. I've still been using my planner. I'm still really into like really scheduling my days. So yeah, as always, thank you so much. I just love you guys. You guys keep me young. If you have any topics that you guys want to hear about, send them in. I love to know your opinions as well. And thank you so much for being here. As always, it's not that serious. Tom Hanks is wild for this one. Tom Hanks is wild for this one. Oi, I haven't eaten dinner. I have Pilates in the morning. Let's see how this works out.